Mrs. von der Leyen, for months now, we warned you that this crisis isn't just a period in between brackets. It is to be found rooted in an economic approach that had destroyed our industrial fabric, our social protection, and our healthcare systems. You've been talking about generations and a generational pact, and I am part of this generation that has borne the brunt of the liberal policies of the EU that have increased inequalities and have destroyed the planet. The recovery plan that you unveiled today should have completely drawn a line under what has been done in the past. But that isn't the case. You are saying that austerity is behind us, suspending budgetary scrutiny at the beginning. But now it seems it's going to come back through the back door with the European semester and the strings attached to the money that is going to be given to the member states. And we already heard what the right has had to say. And what is this going to lead to? To more austerity. Yes. Now, of course, we would like to congratulate you for creating a plastics tax or a carbon tax, which have praiseworthy environmental goals, but will also lighten the burden of the member states. So we're pleased with that. But how can we accept that you don't want to tax the extremely wealthy or those who have really profited from the crisis, including big supermarkets whose profits have gone up 35%. Now, those states most affected by the crisis should get more support, or that's what you're saying. But let's be frank, this isn't going to change the overall equation. It's always going to be the member states that will foot most of the bill, and therefore it's going to fall on the shoulders of the European people. Now, 750 billion for the recovery fund, that's fine, but that's only 1/3 of what the European Parliament asked for across the political spectrum last week. So we have an extra 500 billion that will be grants, direct grants. You didn't tell us how much you're expected to get from own resources, so I don't think these own resources will be enough to fund these 500 billion in grants. So it probably means that the member states will have to incur more debt. And how ironic that you're calling this the Next Generation EU Fund when you're going to be asking precisely the new generation to shoulder the burden of this extra debt. So your plan is hiding a key tool that could have avoided this debt, and that's cancelling debt and the possibility of the ECB offering direct loans to the member states to protect them from speculators. Let us help member states get rid of this debt so that we can democratically and calmly take the right path in order to fight against climate change and inequalities in our society. Because it is absurd to talk about budget balance and other issues without knowing what direction we want to take. For us, it's clear. Not a single euro of public money should be used to get rid of jobs, such as is happening with Renault. And we can't have a system that is focus on production be put on a drip. And then there's greenwashing as well. And greenwashing is something that was done by your generation and previous generations. We need to look at social conditions, economic, environmental conditions. There's the whole issue of environmental reconversion. The group of the European United Left is putting forward this alternative route out of the crisis. We need a radical overhaul of our model in order to exit the crisis and in order to make sure that our society will become resilient to future shocks and crises. Thank you very much.